Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Native Grad ceremony of 2021, where we celebrate our graduating Native and Indigenous Coyotes at CSUSB. My name is Amanda Rose, and I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a member of the Klamath Tribe of Oregon. I'm also a second year in my master's program for counseling and guidance, and I also serve as one of your peer mentors in the Santos Manuel Student Union in the First People Center. I do want to let you know that we are recording this event. The chat and mic are disabled for participants. However, after our graduates have been recognized, you will have an opportunity to unmute and write congratulations in the chat. I wanted to begin with our land acknowledgement. We recognize that California State University, San Bernardino sits on the territory and ancestral land of the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, also known as the Yuhaviatam. We recognize that every member of the California State University San Bernardino community has benefited and continues to benefit from the use and occupation of this land since the institution's founding in 1965. Consistent with our values of community and diversity, we have a responsibility to acknowledge and make visible the university's relationship to Native peoples. By offering this land acknowledgement, we affirm Indigenous sovereignty and will work to hold California State University San Bernardino more accountable to the needs of American Indian and Indigenous peoples. So thank you all so much for joining us today. It is now my pleasure to introduce Assistant Professor in the College of Education and Elder from the Puyallup Tribe of Indians from Washington State, Dr. Hannah Kivalahulauden, to give our opening blessing.
We thank the Creator for being here today and for having this special ceremony, excuse me, and for your graduation. We thank everyone, everyone in our family, our faculty members, everyone who is part of this, especially our students and those of you here today. And we give thanks of all blessings to our Creator, and we wish success for you for the rest of your lives. We hope that you will stay in touch with us. I wanted to tell you about our president of the university and introduce you to the video, because we have a video that we're going to watch. Dr. Tomas Morales is the 4th president here at Cal State, having been named to this position in 2012. He's a staunch advocate for empowering student success throughout his extensive career as an educator and as an administrator. He has championed the importance of access to higher education and preparing young people for success. At CSUSB, the president has overseen sustained growth in overall enrollment, the number of degrees awarded, and engagement and fundraising. And so that's the statement that I wanted to share, but I wanted to also say that I've met and spent time with him, our president, Tomas Morales. He cares about you. He cares about your success. He cares about graduation. He really cares. And I just wanted to make this statement, and this is the reason why I came here, is because I know that we have a university president who is completely dedicated to Native American success. So thank you. I wanted to share, make a personal statement as well.
On behalf of the students, faculty, and staff of Cal State San Bernardino, I want to welcome you to the inaugural Native American graduation celebration. I am so glad that you are here. Today we recognize a personal milestone achieved by members of the class of 2021. I want to thank the members of the Native Grad Planning Committee for making this event possible. The Native American graduation is a cultural celebration that recognizes our First Nations students and acknowledges their achievements and contributions to the university. This ceremony allows students to share this accomplishment with their family, friends, and others who have supported them along the way. I want to thank all of our guests for joining us. You played an essential role in our graduates' success. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are core values within our university's mission statement, an essential part of the campus culture. We strive to create and maintain a welcoming educational space which respects and supports the diversity of our student body. Today is a time to celebrate and to honor your contributions to our rich campus culture. Also, in that spirit, I would like to take a moment for us to celebrate the groundbreaking appointment by President Biden of the first Native American to head a cabinet agency, Representative Deb Haaland of New Mexico. Secretary Haaland's confirmation to the Department of the Interior is a long overdue recognition of the need for Native American representation in national leadership. While this has been a victory for inclusiveness in our country, we also know there are still challenges ahead. As you begin the next stage in your life, I urge you to become active and engaged members of your professions and your communities. Oppose intolerance whenever you encounter it. Deny it a foothold where you work and where you live. Also remember that you have the added responsibility of being a role model. Seeing what you have accomplished, others will seek to follow your path. You have my commitment that CSUSB, your alma mater, will continue to be a place where anyone can feel safe and secure, whether they work here or are studying to achieve their educational goals. I invite you to remain connected to CSUSB through our Alumni Association. Keep us informed of your personal and career achievements. On behalf of the entire university, congratulations and best wishes to you for an exciting and rewarding future.
I would just like to say one more thing, and I just wanted to say that I had a lot of choices of where I wanted to apply for a job of an assistant professor, but this is where I wanted to come. And the reason why is because I had met our president. I had met him previously, and I absolutely know of his commitment to Native American education and to your success and to faculty success. I felt it and I just knew it. That's why I came. We're very blessed to have him as our university president. Thank you.
Oh, we don't. I have the pleasure of having the next bit. My name is Dr. Molly Springer. I'm a citizen of the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma and Osage, and I'm serving as the Associate Vice President of Student Services, Student Success and Educational Equity here at CSUSB. It's my privilege and honor to introduce our featured guest speaker. In the wake of so much that has happened, you know, we are so lucky to have such a stable and committed faculty with us in our journey. And you as students know this person because they've been with us now for quite some time. So with that, I'll say a little bit about him. James Fenelon is a professor of sociology and the director of the Center for Indigenous Peoples here at CSUSB. And his newest book, Redskins, Sports Mascots, Indian Nations, and White Racism, was written to address compelling social issues concerning Native nations, cultural sovereignty, and representation. And his second book, with Dr. T. Hull, Indigenous Peoples and Globalization, reflects current research writing, combining American Indian struggles for sovereignty, related issues internationally, building from his first book, Cultural Side, Resistance, and Survival of the Lakota. Professor Fenelon has published numerous articles and book chapters, as in upcoming publications on Indigenous peoples and genocide in California for American behavioral scientists, and on climate change, wars, and Indigenous peoples for political economy of the World System Research Volume. He is Lakota Dakota from Standing Rock Nation. Having taught internationally with Indigenous peoples globally and with urban groups, James teaches on urban inequity, social movements, Native nations, urban inequality, social movements, Native nations, race and racism, social movements, and worked with the Urban Conservation Corps, the California Indian Nations College, and recently on the environmental water research with the Water Resources Policy Institute for the CSU Chancellor's Office. He is an advocate for social justice around the world, and we have him here at CSUSB. We were so fortunate to have him have the opportunity to be with us today and be our featured speaker to celebrate and honor all of our graduates. So without further ado, James, Dr. Fenelon, please, the floor is yours.
Traditional person would start by saying, "How mitakoyepe," greetings to my relatives. They would, of course, thank Pidamaya, Dr. Molly Springer, and the other speakers that have already gone before. They would recognize and acknowledge both the Indigenous peoples upon this land and other Indigenous peoples and their relationships to water and many other relationships to the animal world, the spirit world, and the stone world, the plant world, and then the world itself, which we refer to as Inamaka, Mother Earth. And also then Kunshi, our grandmother, treat the earth like a grandmother. And then we'd also recognize the Tunkashila, which would be grandfather, but also the grandfathers, the ancestors that have gone before. I give thanks again, Pidamaya, to the committee for given me this honor, and also a responsibility, something I wish to speak to with you for the sense of continuing our life in a certain way, of this keynote, as well as the university for having given me so many opportunities to work with Indigenous peoples, Native peoples, and in other areas, not only in the university and academic life, but in the community and cultural life of our Native peoples. And in a broader sense, California, as well as our local peoples, California peoples, and then peoples on Turtle Island. And again, another word for President Morales, who has gone to great strides to recognize all these areas in all these ways and has given us total support to that. Because I've been given this honor and recognition, I wish to share the honor and recognition with the students who are graduating. And I thought, what kind of honor and recognition that I have? Well, it's also a responsibility to share something. So what I'm going to do is, originally I was going to share some perceptions. We called it a grounding for Julia Bogany, a Tongva cultural leader who has done a lot of things with our university. And then a year ago also, Luke Madrigal, a great Cahuilla man who helped to bring the bird songs back, but represented family and community as a responsible leader among all the California Native peoples and also with this university. So in that sense, I thought I will do both things. First, let me honor and recognize our Native students, and what a wonderful ceremony has been planned here. And then I thought I could give a traditional rendition from other people, not from me, of how Lakota and Dakota people view the development of people, along with showing some pictures and slides. And so rather than go to the slideshow, this was Indigenous land acknowledgement. And this would be the point where we would say, who are we recognizing and honoring? And I just suddenly decided that we had to do that more formally. So what we did in at least 1 year past is we gave an eagle feather, which is what a lot of people will do in the plains, as well as an honoring recognition. So it might be something like this. Then it's up to the family and the relatives to decide what to do with it. And then I decided I was going to bring out an eagle feather, a prayer feather that was been used in ceremonies in the plains. And I was going to go with that, but I decided to blow an eagle whistle that actually came from our traditional ceremonies and speak to each of the 4 directions before doing that. So I will do that. So I would speak to the West in honor and recognition of the world in which we live, in which our graduates are entering in a more formal, valuable way. I would speak to the North, Waziatakia, also recognizing Tunkashila and sometimes Kunshi, which is where the values and stories of the people are told. So I would speak to the East, where the sun brings each day a day to reflect on the values and our relatives as people and what we learn from that. And I would speak to the South, Itogakatakia, where we recognize that with the coming of summer after spring, we have to work with all the different parts of the world in a meaningful way. And so I thought I will take you to this. So we would say, Wopida, honor to you, to the graduates and their families and their relatives, most importantly. And in moving that way too, we would recognize our relatives. So this is where I will share some pictures and I will begin to describe, after introducing our 2 key people, the values of that a Dakota or Lakota would come up, including ways that might be considered of education, where we see when that honor is given to you, you must respond with a recognition and a responsibility, like you saw and heard in that land acknowledgement, to take on the values of the people. The most important value of a Dakota or Lakota person, and you can find lots of evidence of this, but we always like to use Elakara Deloria, is to be a good relative in all ways. And here is Julia Bogany, who obviously was a great relative as a grandmother, even a grandmother to some of our students and our people here. Some peoples do not speak until a ceremony has been done of a spirit passing. Apparently they've done that with Julia, but I will say his name because when it's an honor, and you can say that in the Northern Plains, this is Luke Madrigal. And both of them represent all the values moving in that American life, moving in that higher education, but also the values of what it means to be a Tongva or a Kawia, or as I shared often with Luke and Julia, just simply a good Indigenous person that recognize our life and the lands. So here you see another person, and the lands upon which we live. So what I'm going to do as we go through these pictures, and some are slides and some are pictures, is introduce first the first place where we think this life is sacred, and that is Hokshi Ompapi, which means a baby that is wrapped among the people, right? And so that's considered a sacred set of relationships when a baby enters into the world, especially with the first breath of life. And that's why if we use a pipe or if we use another kind of honoring, it is the sacred breath of life that begins that relationship. And then they use, this is from Sievert Youngbear and Albert Whitehat. And I can give you some references, right? I will, to the coordinators later on. The next level is considered like standing sacred or a child. Wakaya Najin. And you can pronounce that as sometimes the words are used differently. It really means standing sacred. The child learns to stand in the world. In fact, Sievert Youngbear's book is called Standing in the Light, ultimately, when you become older and more responsible. And that's considered a sacred relationship. So children are never, we never do things that, especially that are violent, and we never put too much pressure on children. They're sacred beings into the world. Then the next level is usually referred to as Hokshila and Wichinchala. And this is identity formation. And people have glossed that to mean a boy and a girl, or a young boy and a young girl. This identity formation, is important to notice, is not a gender patriarchy. So if someone evidences some other relationship, and so you might see the evidence of something that's referred to as a relationship of a two-spirit, or other things that are very important in the world, that is honored and respected too, because it's a sacred relationship. This is not an imposed identity. And then the next level is to move to young man or young woman that has taken on the values and relatives and the relationships of their people. So that'd be koshkalaka, especially for a male orientation. And wiko shkalaka for a young woman. So they take on the values of the people. And so this is important for the next two stages. So we also then realize that a child is growing on up, is learning their relatives. Miyeyelo, that would be myself, then TP within a small household, or Tiwaye, a larger family, or Tioshpaye, an extended family, or Oshpaye, the other people, the other families that are related to, and the Tioshpayes that are related to mine. Sometimes they're beyond camp circles, right? And then Oshpaye, and that is, those are people that are beginning to cohere together as larger groups of people, or Oyate, like a nation. And so this, you would recognize all your relatives, and each level is a greater taking on of responsibility until you would get to this very large one you may have heard, Ocheti Shekawin. So these are the other people, the Dakota, the Lakota, but many other peoples in Northern Plains, even people that we might fight with sometimes, are part of our relationship. And then of course we recognize other parts of the world. And so we move into this relationship, we take on those values, and there are 7 values that are paramount among the Lakota, 7 among the Dakota, they vary a little bit. All of them are learning to take on a responsibility. So if you're given an honor, like if they give you an honor song, you would usually give to the people. They don't just give to you, because that's generosity, reciprocity, leadership, fortitude, these kinds of values, as well as an honoring recognition of the people. So this is when you become a Wichasha, which might mean man, but again, These are not gender stereotypes. Or wiyan, woman, and its heart is stone. So the woman is especially honored as being related to the stone, or ina maka, Mother Earth, closer to the earth. And those value systems then are related to living that life in a good way. It might be leadership. It might be taking on a family or household or other relatives. And when we do that, we then are prepared for a later responsibility. So the ones that they use, and I would suggest to you that our graduates now, having both lived in the American world, the outside world, we would call it Oyate Umma, but also learn their indigenous peoples as they're about to be honored by their own families. What a beautiful thing our committee is doing here. And then they realize they take on a responsibility as indigenous person to recognize these relationships. A wichasha, a man, might grow into, as he becomes older and more responsible, a nacha, which is like a counselor, and joins a council of people to steer people. A wichasha wakan, sometimes that means medicine person. The actual healing would be pechuta wichasha. Or a hoka wichasha, which is that which is to be a great singer and a great speaker for the people. A woman might become a wiyan wakamani, and that might be a sacred walking person, a person who walks in a sacred way. So she becomes like a grandma. I showed you a picture of Mary Louise Defender. She's defendant with one of these people. And that's, you live your life in a good way and you can be in sacred walking, like from that childhood. Or a wichaga glata, which might be a person who is also a great singer among the people, or an artist, or a person who can do great design. It is then that's a full life. A lot of people never really realize the last and final stage. Either they grow into it, or they don't take on these relationships, or they don't live up to them fully. And that is wokshape. So this wokshape is translated to mean many things, such as wisdom. And wisdom would mean to know how to talk about these things, but to live one's life with these values in response to one's relatives. And again, I'm sharing this with our graduates and the people here, but this is not my knowledge. This is something that I've been lucky enough in many ways to to learn and to be exposed to, and then finally to be given the right to speak of these things. And these are two of my good friends. Both are either transitioning or have transitioned to the spirit world, who embodied these in almost perfect ways. And again, they go through a whole series like that. Now, what I'm going to do is take you through a set of pictures, which I had developed for that grounding of Julia, but I'm not going to, we don't have enough time to actually say things about this. So I'm just going to maybe a couple of things. That's my son, actually. She was a grandmother to my son. This is the person they had open the Water Resource Institute. This is her great granddaughter, Marissa, who has learned these ways and is being recognized all across Los Angeles in a very remarkable way. Very close relationship with her grandmother. And these are some local well-known Native women who also call her a mother. And when I took this picture, they said, this is our mother. We've been calling her auntie, but really she's our mother. And then other relatives that can do things in a sacred way. You see with those eagle feathers. This is a set of pictures that UCLA put on out. They've honored her as well, by the way. This is a picture I took somewhere at the Autry. She looks like she's just kind of gazing in the life, right? And we found a bunch of Catholic imagery of Native people that took on the Catholic faith or the Christian faith. And she said, I'm a collector of those. So we gave them to her. She's been honored more times than I can count. Here's one up in the mountains where they recognize the Tongva people. This was out in Malibu among there. I don't know who that guy is with her, but I was glad to be able to sit next to her. Okay, I sometimes have used this when I did this with the California Faculty Association, because some people were contesting what she was doing out here at this place. This is one of the most respected elders and knowers, and a professor sometimes of the Chumash people, who was there for her honoring. So you know that she could move in many different circles and really this was a New Year's Day. The city of Los Angeles asked her to open up the New Year's celebration at the city and the city council, right? And now as a person said, of course we had to have her. And this is an incredible set of plays. And her theme was, we are not invisible. In fact, she still has a website, you know, from that. And these are both of my sons who benefited so much from her presence in ways. And this is the head of her Tongva people. This is when Dave Archambault from Standing Rock came. And then she said, you have to come and recognize him. So, and she was right? Then again, with both of her great granddaughters, who just loved her and respected her in every way that you could possibly imagine. And there you can see that relationship from Hokshi, Wakaya, Najin, Wichidin Chakala, Wikoshkala, and Wiya, becoming a woman, which is what she said, then they will then become. The Native Hawaiians said we have to be represented and acknowledged by the Tongva, so they invited her, and then she invited the people that were supporting her. This was an around the world. This was an incredible kind of tour in a way. And I think that that's the end of those. So in coming to a kind of a conclusion, this is a picture where both you see Julia and Luke and Nick and Renda Dion, Singing Bird, a religious leader who walks in both worlds, and then myself. This is what it means, and this is the great honoring that we give to our Native graduates, and that we hope that they bring with them, that whatever their values are from their families or from their indigenous peoples and nations, is in addition to, and at least as strong as, what this great university has also shared in terms of academic knowledge. It is both a great honor and a right that we have, that we sometimes learn something of our language or something of our ways, as they, you know, have done here. But also it is a responsibility, like we charge in that land acknowledgement. If you acknowledge these relationships, there's a responsibility to do something, to live in that way. And so we also charge our graduates to be honored, but also to recognize the responsibility that they have taken on. So when I was asked to do this, I thought, oh, wow, what a great honor. Who am I? I have a checkered past. I've done everything, and then I realized, well, it is a great honor, but it's also a responsibility. And I've tried to share the responsibilities over my life through ceremonies in the Northern Plains, or what I have taken in other parts of the world, to share that with you, because it is that taking on the responsibility that is the greatest thing that we can share with all of our relatives, all of our relations, including, non-native, non-indigenous, university relations, that which give us degrees and honoring and conferrings. And when we do that, like I said, a traditional person would start off by saying, "How mitako yepe," greetings to my relatives, and might expand that over the whole world, but starting with who they are and their closest relatives, which is a process I've tried to take you through here, which I think our graduates will be honoring throughout their life. But they would also end with those same words. They would end that there is a respectful relationship to all of our relatives, all our relations, and maybe treat that like a oyasi, that which comes together, that which belongs together in a respectful way, which is root is oyate. And so I end with those words, which is omitakue oyasin, and honoring to you, wopida, to our graduates, and even to this university and the committee for giving me the right to speak to these things. Omitakue oyasin.
Ho, ho, ho. Thank you so much, Wedon, Dr. Fenelon. With this, one of the things that we know has really been tragic is we've lost so many elders My nation lost 47 language speakers from January to March of this year alone. We lost a really important Pomo man, Tim Ramos, who is going to be here today. We're going to honor him. And Dr. Fenelon is, we're so lucky to have him. You know, he is an elder of his community and he's done so much for this college. And this coming year, he's moving on to a fellowship teaching position. It doesn't mean he's never coming back, but we're going to miss him a little bit this year. And we wanted, Dahlia and I are going to give an honoring from our cultures where we honor our elders. And I'm going to sing and then Dahlia is going to introduce herself and give a blessing. So with that, this is a song, James, from me to you, and also for the elders and all the tribal community members who maybe are here today with us, and to thank them for being here and really taking that time out of their day to be here with our graduates. And the song is also to help the graduates know, like, you know, to learn your songs, right? To learn your language a little bit, to learn a prayer and a song. Start with that and you'll be good to go. And this is a song from my community, my nation. It's a translation from an old saying, which is that I'm close to the Creator. We're close to the Creator and we're going home to the Creator. It's been sung a while for in different ways, and the Cherokee National Choir sings it, always opens up with it, and I'm going to sing it today for you. So, Winneya-ho, 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 hey-yo, hey-yo, yeah. Winneya-ho, Winneya-ho, Winneya, oh, hey, yeah. Wait on. With that, I'm gonna turn it to my beautiful friend, Dahlia Hernandez.
Thank you, Dr. Springer. Nare Eransku, Gia Irikokereska, Dalia Hernandez. Good morning, my name is Dalia Hernandez. I'm the intern coordinator for the Undocumented Student Success Center and director of the Upper Bound program here at CSUSB. So today I will be sharing with you the Purepecha prayer to honor our elders and to really continue the teachings and the wisdom and honor the legacy of those who have taught or, you know, share their walks with us. So this is the Purepecha prayer. Ande se korekwa kanekua meyami hukarita te kanande kwe hapiri yimbokini hiporepechaska itskura me unda kwastesi ambakani maseisa sikura pekwaka Konderaskini make mimi meskwa, hukaritate kanande, kwe hapiri kanekwa, me yamukwa, hani kwaruku kana kalimbu amberahu, himikini menku, extesinga, kanekwa, me yamu, himbo kikemi, ungini miari koratansan, isiki koneseriangi, hukari tata, tuanapueka, kahimbokini, utasi, ambusina, wanda hapani, huka anapu, himbo, kiaringsi, kanekwa meyamu, hukari tate, Kanande, kanekua, me llame, he, Dios sí me llamó mí. So may the blessings of the Purepecha people be with all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Springer and Dalia. Good morning, everyone. Could you hear me? Thank you. My laptop has not been my friend this past week, so I wanted to make sure. Once again, good morning and thank you for being with us. My name's Rosemary Someta, and I use she, her, ella pronouns. I serve as the Associate Director of Programs and Communications for the Santos Manuel Student Union at California State University, San Bernardino. I've had the pleasure to not only establish the First People Center in 2017, but also continue my journey in mentoring our Native American peer mentors along with Dr. Chaco. Now, it's my honor to introduce this next song by the San Manuel Birds.
Wow, thank you so much, my colleague and counterpart Rosemary, so much for introducing our bird singers. What an amazing gift. What an amazing gift. Thank you so much to San Manuel Bird Singers and all of San Manuel for really giving this gift to our graduating students. If you're with me, please give them a virtual applause. That was wonderful. Thank you. I just want to share that we're now about to enter into a very special and very meaningful portion of our ceremony. Not to say that the last part was equally special and equally incredible, right? But before I share that and before I prepare you all, we would want to remind you that after we recognize our students, please stay. Please stay. We will be taking some pictures and offering opportunities for all of our guests here to unmute and speak. So please stay for the pictures after. And as you can hear, my puppy is also excited to introduce our students. So folks, now it's the time of the ceremony where we recognize our graduates. Graduates will either be blanketed as they're introduced or will already have been blanketed. They will have up to 60 seconds to share any words with you all. Families and loved ones, you will be given an opportunity to unmute and share the congratulations after all graduates have been recognized. Some graduates have opted not to speak or have sent a pre-recorded video, and we honor these requests. Students, remember to unmute your mic and turn on your camera so we can spotlight you. Let's give a few moments for our students, their loved ones, and Thin from IT to prepare before we begin. Please be on standby, students, in the order that we've shared with you. We start our recognition of graduates with Tiffany Bookman. Tiffany Bookman is family of the Oglala Lakota tribe of South Dakota. She is remembering her Aunt Steve today and sending love to her sister Sierra and the Cokerhands family. She currently works at CSUSB as a special case advisor with the Office of Undergraduate Studies. She is graduating with a degree in communication studies and entering the counseling master's program here at CSUSB this fall. Tiffany and her family are here today. Please give Tiffany some recognition with some virtual claps and reactions. I will now turn it over to my colleague, Kippy, as we prepare to recognize the next student. Congratulations, Tiffany. Kippy, if you can turn on your camera, we can spotlight you.
There we go.
Go ahead.
There we go.
Our next graduate is Leslie Vasquez. Leslie is a member of the Navajo Nation. She is graduating with her master's degree in public administration. Unfortunately, she's unable to attend today's ceremony. In honor of her accomplishment, she would like me to read a few words. Thank you to my families for supporting me in my educational journey, especially my mom, who made many sacrifices for her children. She left the Navajo reservation in pursuance of more opportunities and contemplated if it was the right decision. This year, as I receive my master's degree, I hope it validates all of her sacrifices. She taught me to always be proud of my culture, even when I was the only Native in school. She taught me to resist the fabrication of Native American history, even when my elementary teacher told us to color pages in honor of Christopher Columbus for discovering America. It is experiences like these that motivate me to strive for success, for my family, our culture, our history, and our ancestors. Congratulations to all the new graduates of 2021. Greatness awaits.
Next slide then.
Our next graduate is Angelica Gutierrez. She is graduating with a bachelor's degree in Spanish. Everyone, please join me in giving some virtual applause to Angelica.
Go ahead, Marisol.
Next up, I'd like to congratulate Jessica Abaraka. Jessica is graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Everyone, please join me in giving her a virtual applause. I have the honor to introduce the next graduate. Cheyenne Pearl Herbert is a member of the Morango Band of Mission Indians. She is graduating with a bachelor's degree in philosophy with a minor in philosophy and law. Everyone, please welcome Cheyenne as we showcase her pre-recorded video.
Hello, everyone. I want to say thank you to all of the people who helped put on this Native graduation today. I want to thank all of my professors and all of the staff members who have been nothing but helpful. I want to thank my mom, my sister, my best friend, and my boyfriend. Lastly, congratulations, class of 2021. Hello.
Our next graduate is Lucinda Crespin, who is Chiricahua Apache. She is graduating with a Master of Arts degree in English Writing Studies with an emphasis on composition and rhetoric and applied linguistics, TSL. Lucinda and family are here today. Please give Lucinda some recognition with some virtual claps and reactions.
Congratulations, Lucinda.
Got it?
Thank you.
I got you, sure.
I'm sorry, am I supposed to say something?
No, you're good. We'll give you enough.
So
Next
I would
slide.
just want to thank my family and my friends just for always supporting me, for being there for me. They're my inspiration, or I wouldn't have been able to do this without them.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to congratulate Joseph Bunch. He's a member of the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. He graduated with his bachelor's degree in psychology. From 2019 to 2021, Joseph has been a research assistant in partnership for Native Health at Washington State University. He will be entering his PhD program at Colorado State University in August of 2021 for counseling and psychology. Everyone, please join me in giving Joseph a virtual applause. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Joseph. It's my honor to present to you Oscar Luna. Oscar Luna is Mescalero Apache. He's graduating with a bachelor's degree in chemistry. Everyone, please welcome Oscar to share a few words with you.
I just wanted to thank my family, my loved ones, especially my significant other, because without them and the support, I definitely wouldn't have been able to do this. And I also wanted to thank Cal State San Bernardino for consistently holding our powwows. I know it's been hard with COVID, but it's a way to consistently influence our students. So thank you.
It is my honor to introduce our next graduate, Michael C. Flores, part of the Yoemi people. He is graduating with a master's degree in public administration with a concentration in nonprofit leadership. Everyone, please welcome Michael as he shares a few words.
Thank you. Nete vote unchin. I was one of those who was sent to foster care for adoption at birth, not just after. So I was not raised within my community, unfortunately. In my many years in education, including being a professor, I can tell you that this is extremely meaningful to me as I am leaving the university and moving on elsewhere. I thank the university, especially our Indigenous First Nation students who, more than any other group, was the most welcoming to me, and I thank them very much. I'm also doing this in part because my adoptive father attempted his business degree here in the early 1980s and never could finish. And so I'm doing this in part, although he did pass away 2 years ago. I do this for my children who are now adults. I do this also in part to remember my ancestors. My grandmother, whom I never met, was born in Ejido, which is a native village in southern Sonora in 1924. She has since long passed on. And it is that we are native and that we shall never forget it. I want to thank the group very, very much. I would have loved to stay at San Bernardino State as an employee, but I cannot. Thank you very much. Best of wishes and congratulations to all my other fellow graduates.
Our next graduate is Candy Navarrete. Candy is a member of the Timoak Western Shoshone Nation. She is graduating with her bachelor's degree in English literature with the certification in creative writing. Everyone, please welcome Candy for a few words.
Hi, everyone. So I'll just read what I wrote because I'm really nervous. So returning to college to finish what I started 15 years ago was something I never thought I would or could do, but knew I needed to do. It was a lot of hard work on my part, but I couldn't have done it without so much help and support from family, friends, and especially CSUSB staff and peers. You are all so amazing, and I will forever be grateful as I continue my educational adventure. I gave a special thanks to my mama bear, who is right here next to me, and my fiance Andy, who's watching. But also I wanted to thank everyone who joined to watch me today and support me, my friends, Anna, Ashley, Tasha, my family, Frank, my brother, I don't know if my other brother's on there, and Lupe, my cousin who's here, who was the person who got me to come back home and basically restart my life. So thank you, everyone. Jacob, you're amazing. Amanda, you rock.
Thank you so much, Candy. Try not to get emotional here, folks. It is my honor, really, truly honor to introduce Deja Williams. Deja Williams is a member of the Hopland Band of Pomo Indians. She is a Native American peer mentor in the First People Center and president of the Native American Pacific Islander Student Association. She is graduating with her bachelor's degree in social sciences. Everyone, please welcome Deja for a few words.
Hello, everyone. I just want to take the time to thank God, my 3 amazing parents, the school, my family, associates and friends. It's so amazing like how life works. One minute you think you have everything figured out and but everything changes and it brings things full circle, you know, and I'm so grateful to have been put in this position to learn, to grow, exceed, and even fail. It honestly built so much character being here, and I will always cherish every moment, every experience, and exchange with each and every one of you. Sorry, am I getting emotional? I also really want to thank Jacob and Rosemary. You guys have definitely impacted me. You have no idea. And I want to thank every person in the FPC who has supported me, seen my emotional breakdowns from school and sports and just kind of trying to combobulate everything. But I just want to also say thank you to my coworkers, Amanda and Maria. And thank you for becoming my friends and my family. I also want to say that my time here at CSUSB has come to an end, but I'm so grateful to everyone who has contributed. I genuinely love you all, and thank you for teaching me to become me.
Thank you, Deja. Then if we could stop share, thank you so much. Friends, family, loved ones, I invite you to click on the top right corner of your Zoom and hit gallery mode so you may view all of the incredible students, faculty, family members, loved ones, young ones, furry friends who are all here witnessing this today. Dear friends, colleagues, associates, faculty, members of the CSUSB community, I have no power, but with no power granted to me by no one, I'm so happy to celebrate our graduating Native and Indigenous students of the class of 2021. Let's give them a round of applause. And as my Indigenous Pacific Islander communities have taught me, grads, congratulations. Family and friends, loved ones, faculty, staff, community members, I now have the incredible privilege to invite any of you to unmute. No need to raise your hand. We all know how to talk, right? Feel free to use the chat. Feel free to unmute yourself in a moment. But before that, Rosemary, remember you told me, before I forget, we have 44 people here today. What a momentous occasion. Let's take pictures. So I invite you to turn on your cameras. I'll give you about a minute or so to turn on your cameras and prepare, and we'll take a bunch of screenshots. Don't worry, I'll direct you. Let's get ready. All right. Take a moment, turn on your cameras if you're able to. Yes, cheers for everyone. Cheers for everyone. So we do have several screens here. I do have to go screen to screen to take the picture, okay? So for the first one, we will do no coyote hand sign. But if your family wants to join in with you, students, feel free. All right, so first camera, here we go. If you can just freeze in place, I'll count you down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile, hold it, hold it. Please feel free to take pictures. You can unfreeze. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Give me one moment, folks. We're gonna move on to the next slide, next group of photos. All right, next group ready. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, smile, freeze. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, y'all have a old school situation here. All right, and we're gonna go on to the next slide. Oh, there's only two, we're good. Okay, now for this next set of pictures, let's do the coyote hand sign. All right, all you soon to be CSUSB alum, we're proud of you. All right, here we go. Give me one moment. All right, this is the first group for the photo. Remember to hold. 1, 2, 3, smile and hold, freeze, freeze, freeze. Thank you. All right, you may unfreeze. Let me save that one real quick. And then we're gonna go to the next window. Y'all have so much patience. I love y'all, thank you. All right, next group, here we go. So Oscar, you're in this, Tiffany, you're in this. So put up your coyote hand sign, everybody. Smile, 1, 2, 3, freeze, thank you. I know that's a triggering word for some people, I'm so sorry. Let me save that one. And saved. All right, family, loved ones, faculty, staff, community, your turn. Come on through, congratulate the grads. I see messages in the chat. Please unmute.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. Yeah, well, my name's Andy D'Amato, and wow, that was a very beautiful and powerful ceremony. I am so honored to be here. And so Candy, my graduate is Candy, who is also my fiance. We are going to be getting married this October, and so excited. This is the second time now that I've had the honor and privilege of attending her graduation. And every day I grow more and more proud of her. Candy is such an inspiring presence in my life, and I find myself constantly in awe of her passion. It's not been easy for her, nor I'm sure has it not been easy for any of you. But yet, despite the hard road, you're all here celebrating. I am proud to stand by Candy's side while she continues to pursue her life goals and dreams. Always will I be her cheerleader and biggest fan. Congratulations, Candy, and the rest of you in class 2021. It was a hard-fought and well-earned victory.
Thank you, Andy. Don't be shy, come on, others.
I don't know.
Dad.
Can I be heard?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, it's Nine. It's
Nine.
okay. It's okay. Everybody pronounces it that way. I am Oscar Luna's mother.
Oh.
And I would like to tell you, Oscar, that I'm extremely proud of you. You have come a long way. I know there's been struggles, ups and downs, but I always knew that you had it in you. You've always believed in yourself. You know that you are the world to me, and I'm extremely proud of you. And you are the first grandson out of 28 grandchildren to graduate, especially the male in our family. All the losses and males that we've had in our family, you are extremely successful, and you are proven that you can always achieve when you put your mind to it. So I'm extremely proud of you, and I can never say it enough. Hugs and kisses. And you make me extremely proud to say I am your mom and mommy. And congratulations to all and each and every one of you for 2021.
Yeah.
Say something brief.
Can
Hi,
anybody hear me?
I'm Sherry. I just wanted to say, first of all, congratulations to the amazing graduates that are here today. It is so special to be with you. But I also need to give a great shout out for our amazing faculty that have really guided you through this. You rock. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Provost McMahon. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Regina Vasquez. I'm Leslie Vasquez's mother, and I'm so proud of her. And I just wanted to say that her speech was Najone and Achaha, and I just want to tell her, Yonichne, I love you, Navajo. I'm so proud of her.
Thank you, Regina. Thank you. Congrats.
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, hi, my name is Richard Luna. I'm Oscar Luna's father. I just want to say that I'm very, very proud of my son. He's pushed his whole life. He's made me very proud. Even though struggles go, and struggles come, he managed to overlook that and overpass that and succeed. And I know he's got a bright future ahead of him. And I know he's going to continue to succeed because that's the type of person he is. And I'm very proud of you, mijo. And I love you very much. And I'm glad for this opportunity to talk and share my love for you. And also, too, congratulations to all the other graduates. Stay successful and keep pushing. Thank you. My wife.
Can I go up?
Yes.
All right. Oh, well, good morning, everyone. I want to go next because I think my daughter has been so patient. I think she's up for a nap, but she's just been enjoying this event so much. And it really warms my heart to be here. It's been 1 year as faculty here in the history department. And I've had the pleasure of having Candy and Deja in my class. And in my classes, whether it's California Indian history or exhibit design and museums, we're always I'm always making sure that my classrooms are connected to communities and community projects. But more importantly, something I try and instill is strength and love above all things. And so there's just so much of that today from family and my best wishes to all of you, and that you all continue with that strength, that perseverance, and that love and self-respect that we have for each other. And I'm a historian, so I have to bring up, we've been through a lot, and there's been a lot of losses. And today's a day of gain, and celebration. And I hope that you all just envelop yourselves in that today. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
I'd like to share real quick. I just want to congratulate all the graduates. I know we have some wonderful graduates here, and I know we have other graduates who did not graduate in this ceremony but are also graduating this year. So I'm really excited for you all. And I didn't think I would cry on Zoom, and I did cry. And I think that's a testament to how powerful today is and how powerful all these stories being shared are. It's really beautiful, and I'm so happy I got to be here. And I really hope we all get to keep in touch, as a community, to keep networking. And it's been a wonderful, if hard, year.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marisol Lopez, and I would just like to congratulate every single graduate from the outreach team here at Cal State San Bernardino. I'm the Native American Outreach Counselor here, and from our whole department, we're all so proud of you. Can't wait to see what the future holds for all of you. Go Yotes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kippy Begay. I am also an alumni of Cal State San Bernardino, and I just want to congratulate all of you, just give you my heartfelt congratulations on your accomplishment today. I know I don't know many of you personally, or if at all, but anytime a Native person receives a degree in higher education, it's a proud day for everybody. It says that, you've conquered these systems, educational systems that weren't designed for us, but yet here you stand And I hope that you take this and this is just the starting point of so many greater things that you are going to do in your lifetime. So congratulations to you all, and I wish you well.
Thank you. I am jumping in. Congratulations to all of our graduates. And Kippy, thank you. Your hard work a couple of years ago, this is one of the outcomes, my sister. So thank you for being with us, Kippy, and continuing to give back to the community. And you're an alumni that rocks. Now, for those that shared Mama Love, congratulations, and congratulations to you, mamas, because you were part of this process. So congratulations to you. Our children graduate, we graduate with them. And Mr. Richard, sharing your Papa Love, there is nothing better than if we would live in a community where men could express the love that they have for other men, this would be a better place. So I thank you and I commend you for sharing those kind words about your son. So thank you all for allowing me to participate and be a part of this. Jacob, it's been a journey, as you know. And one of the things that Jacob and I love is to work with our mentors. So Deja, if we stalk you and harass you by texting you, is because we're going through withdrawal syndrome from not having you around. But we wish you the best of luck, the best of luck. My love to you, sister.
Thank you.
Dean Chuang, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Yes. Well, it was such a wonderful ceremony today. I'm so moved. And again, big congratulations to the graduates. And I also want to give a big shout out to Tiffany Bookman. I have known you for a long time, and I'm so happy to see you graduating. We're so happy for you. And I also want to give a big shout out to Cheyenne Herbert, philosophy major. You are also our outstanding undergraduate student. And this year we have such a big competition. I'm so proud of you that you won our outstanding undergraduate student award for our College of Arts and Letters. So a big shout out to all the students, the graduates, and also the parents. And I'm so happy for you. And I'm really just genuinely very moved by Richard, your speech, and all the parents. Congratulations. This is such a big momentous, time for us. And again, I'm just so very proud of our student and also our parents. We made it. Yeah.
Hi, I wanted to say congratulations to all the graduates, but I want to do a special shout out to Michael, Candy, Lucinda, and Deja. They have been my friends and welcomed me into this beautiful community.
Are you going to Ashley?
And I just feel honored to know you guys, and I'm just so proud of you guys today. Love you all.
Thank you. Love you too.
Oh, hi, Luz.
Hi.
Congratulations. I'm so proud. Me and Destiny, I was at the boat. I had like Carlos and everybody was watching.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so proud. I've been telling everybody.
Albert and them were here too. So yeah, I finally made it. 2 master's degrees. Yay! But you didn't like me to succeed. Remember my teachers at Montebello Intermediate? They told me I would never amount to nothing.
That just shows them that you
in the whole school.
Right?
Yeah. And now I got 2 master's degrees and I'm going to be going into the doctorate program. So.
All right. Yeah. It's such an inspiration to me. It's like, God, if you could do it, I could do it, no matter what the age is.
Oh, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
But you're smart.
I was least likely to succeed.
Destiny was listening and she goes, oh, Grandma, I want to make me cry hearing them. Oh, yeah.
See, Mia, you can do it. You can do it too.
Yeah.
And you have the ability, it's all within you, and trust God, and always, never give up, no matter what obstacles come your way in this life.
you just get up, you wipe yourself off, and you just keep going forward, especially with your academic goals in school. There's no reason why you can't become a doctor, because you can. You have everything within you to do it, and you come from a good family, a loving family. You've got a mom and a grandma that'll support you all the way through. So you have everything you need, mija. More than anything, you've got love. That'll help you. And Tia Lucy's always here, always, forever. Okay?
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too.
Thank you, Terry, so much. My best friend, my beloved sister.
I love you, sis. You know what?
Congratulations.
For those of you that are seeing Terry for the first time, she's been my best friend since 5th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been friends for more than 40 years.
Wow.
Close friends. That's why we consider each other sisters.
Oh.
And we're aunties to each other's children.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I want to also give an opportunity. Are there any other faculty, family, loved ones who want to share?
Go on a thing here.
Share, I know so many of us, you know, have a future ahead of us, and you know, just know that we're all here. Is a lot of us here that have our doctorates. We went through some pretty isolating times, you know, because it was just us for so long, but we went through that so that we could be here for all of you today. So if you need anything, a letter of rec, some guidance, the what's next, and thinking big picture and small picture, we're here for you. We got our degrees to be here for you. We took 10 years out of our lives to be here for you. Yeah. So I just want you all to know that, and you know, we're such a small community, and my goal is to see it grow. You know, we're 44 people attending here today, and I know this event's going to grow and grow, you know, and so all of you are going to continue to grow, and just know that you're not alone. Just know that you have a community of people, of staff and faculty that are here for you every step of the way. So just know that.
Thank you, Dr. Ocampo. I know Deja, go ahead. Deja's mom.
Hi, Jacob. I'm Deja's mom. I wanted to say thank you, and Rosemary. I've heard all about you guys, and I'm very thankful. You guys helped her to get to this point, and I'm just very grateful. I'm super proud of her. She's amazing. And we're both emotional.
Like mom, like daughter.
She's just the strongest, most amazing young woman that I know. And this is just the beginning for her. Congratulations to everybody. Such an accomplishment. Thank you.
If I may, Deja's mama, thank you for sharing her with us. It was a great honor to have worked with your daughter. And I'm sure that all the graduates here today are as awesome as Deja. And once again, congratulations. I did not think that people could cry. Usually I have a reputation for being a tough cookie, but wow, virtual modality still broke me in. Yes, it is possible to share tears. So we're in solidarity with you, but once again, thank you for sharing her with us. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm gonna hold my thoughts for a few minutes, but at this time, I am going to spotlight all of our students and attempt to take a picture. But if anybody has words, please continue. But I will be spotlighting all of our graduating students who participated in the ceremony here today. So bear with me, folks.
So while Jacob's doing that, I can say just a few words, which is just, you know, it's been just my honor and privilege to be here. You know, I'm very new to CSUSB, serving in the Associate Vice President of Student Success and Educational Equity role under the Division of Student Affairs, and being a citizen of the Cherokee Nation and Osage, you know, it's very important to me that we had a thriving community at the school, at whatever institution I work for. And it's just been so nice to see, what we have going on, and also just how committed and patient also everyone has been with each other, and working through all the different diversity. We have a lot of diversity within our Native communities. All of you all are different tribal communities, and you come from, different backgrounds, and, you've been so patient and loving with each other. And we have urban natives, we have reservation-based natives, we have people that know our language, we have people who don't know their language, we have people who have been adopted out in foster care. We have students who've grown up knowing their ceremonies and songs. And one thing that I love about the Indigenous peoples Native student group is that I'll get that name someday, but is that you all are so non-judgmental, and you're so welcoming, and really trying to preserve the understanding that Indigenous people flow everywhere. It's not the borders crossed us. That's the challenge, right? With borders crossed us, and so our Native people are throughout the Americas, right? They're all with us. And in California, there's a tricultural Native issue, with lots and lots of influence by Mexican culture, and then religious cultures. And we've all had that. All of our tribes have had this like missionization process, and a lot of like enveloping. And some of us don't even have reservations. My community doesn't have a reservation. We have land allotments, and it's a really interesting and complicated system within the United States around Indian sovereignty. And I want to just encourage you all to continue to learn about yourselves, and continue to grow in your education about yourselves, and also wherever you go to learn about those communities. It's been my honor to continue to learn about the students that we serve and that I serve as in higher education. Some of us with doctorates go into administration work, not always into the faculty. And I persevered as well, and received my doctorate in 2015. My dissertation was on the student success and the retention piece of the Native student organization, because that is just a real piece of centralization and retention. And so I want to just honor the Native student organization here, of which I'm serving as a co-advisor. And they have just done nothing but help other students thrive and be successful. And the honoring of that organization is really important, because truly we have not had we have not yet built the program that we know is coming, but the students have just centrally been there the whole time advocating for this work to be done. And so I want to thank you, especially the graduates, for the hard labor you've put in for the last 4 years of challenging our college and challenging the people that need to be challenged in order to grow this work. So you're doing a great job. That fight never ends. That fight never ends. So get used to that. Find a place in your heart to where you can heal from those challenges on a daily basis. Those are fights that will always be there for Native people. But you are doing a good job, and this has been a great teachable moment for you about how you've grown. Look at this amazing ceremony right now that is due to the students. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Springer, so much for those wonderful words. I want my colleagues just to let me know. I believe I have all of our participating Native graduating students pinned that are here with the ceremony today, unless y'all tell me otherwise. I believe everyone is pinned. So Deja, Cheyenne, Candy, Tiffany, Oscar, Michael, Lucinda, smile and get ready for your picture. Ready? I'll count you down. Here we go. We'll do one without the coyote hand sign. All right, 1, 2, 3. Freeze. Perfect. All right, let me save that real quick. Y'all are probably laughing at me, but that's okay. All right, here we go. You want to do the coyote hand sign? All right, give me one moment. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and freeze. Perfect. I'll save that one in a moment. Before we wrap up today, I wanted to provide the opportunity for anyone else who wanted to share. I know we're a little bit over time. All righty, folks. I want to thank you, graduates, family, loved ones, colleagues, friends, supporters, all of you that were administrators, all of you that were here today to celebrate the 2021 Native and Indigenous graduation ceremony. Yay! Students, we are so proud. Yes, students, we are so proud of you. We look forward for you to participate in our virtual ceremony for commencement in the coming weeks. If you graduated early in the fall, great. If you're graduating this spring, remember, finals are coming. I have to put that in there, right? Sorry, y'all. And for those graduating in summer and fall, we're excited to celebrate with you as you navigate those journeys. It's been truly an honor and pleasure to support all of you in your journeys here. As many of us mentioned, this is just the beginning, and we hope to be in that journey with you throughout your lived experience and process. Connect with us, communicate with us. Remember, you're a coyote for life. Go Yotes! Congratulations. And that ends our Native graduation celebration for 2021. Thank you all so much for being here today. Students will share photos with you so you can share with your loved ones. Thank you so much to Dr. Fenelon, all of the speakers today, San Manuel bird singers, our peer mentors, my colleague Rosemary, my colleague Dr. Springer, Dahlia, all of our students, my colleagues Marisol, Mitzi, Melissa, Kippy, so much Dr. Hannah for providing the opening. Everybody on the committee, Sean, you as well, everyone, it meant so much to us. Our vendors who provided the blankets, I can't thank you all enough. We'll see you shortly at a program or event in the near future.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good night.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Chaco, also.